Hey, this is Alex from the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football Podcast. To see more videos like this from the Good Old Boys, hit subscribe and support this independent podcast.
Robert Tonyan, tight end 42 last year, 53 receptions, 67 targets, 480 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3.9 targets per game. Thoughts on Robert Tonyan?
I didn't love this landing spot for him. Like I really was hoping that he'd go somewhere that kind of showcased his receiving ability a little bit better. He flashed well, right? It was 2 years ago, finished as tight end 4, I believe. And then really hasn't even sniffed that. Some injuries have had some things to do with that. But are the Bears going to run 2 tight end sets all season long? Which is possible because both these guys can block. So that's a possibility. But overall, I'm not drafting Bobby Tonyan. He's going to be left on the free agent wire. He's a guy that, if Cole Kmet goes down with an injury, I will spend some fab to possibly soak him up and use it from there. But in the midst of the draft, I'm going other options.
Look, he's not one of the top 24 tight ends. I don't think, right? So I have no business dealing with Robert Tonyan.
Looking at it, the difference between, Robert Tonyan and Cole Kmet last year, when it comes to fantasy finish, which there was a big gap between the two of those guys, really the only difference was touchdowns. And do we really think that, Robert Tonyan and Cole Kmet are going to be that dissimilar when it comes to touchdowns? Do we think that either one of these guys is going to get back to 50 receptions, 400, almost 500 yards type of thing? I don't. I'm not going to subscribe to that one. So I think these two are going to end up cannibalizing each other to the point where I'm going to ultimately, I think, just be out on both of them. But Robert Tonyan is a guy that is going to end your draft and should end the draft undrafted down there at like tight end 37, where he's kind of currently ranked there. I don't see him rising much at that point.